All you have to do is throw in the towel of trying to do it for yourself and work for a living and just say, to heck with it, I can't do that, and let the government take care of you. Because after all, that's what it's, and that's
yeah, I can make it to work. And did we lose a connection there?
That's all right. It's back.
Okay. So, you know, I'm just in, like they said in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? We're in a tight spot. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm not by myself.
No.
You know, I talked to my coworkers, and they got the same blank look on their face. I was like, so have y'all looked into any kind of a insurance exchange or self-insured? And they go,
Huh?
And I keep telling them, this train is coming, and it's going to bowl you over if you're just standing on the tracks.
That's right, folks. By the way, you know, I don't want to scare anybody any further, but if you're presently uninsured and you're like got no hope of buying any insurance, you only have until October to get this stuff squared away. Because as of, what is it, October 14th?
Mm-hmm.
All those Obamacare mandates kick in. And if you don't have insurance, come tax time,
you're going to owe $2,600?
That's right. And God help you if you got a family. God help you if it's you and a spouse and 3 children. Because, oh my goodness, are you going to get it? That's $2,600 per man. But it's just a tax, you know. And it's very constitutional.
Right, sure. Well, Justice Roberts said it was.
If those obstructionist Republicans had any type of compassion or sympathy, they would get out of the way and let Obamacare happen so that all these good people can figure out that they're going to starve to death or go to prison. And unless they don't just go ahead and lay down and take the dang blasted handout that the government's trying to give you.
Yep.
I mean, my goodness. It's not even that complicated. Those Republicans are standing in the way of your progress. And they hate you so much. They don't want you to be on the government dole. And they want you to have to go out and get a job that pays you a fair living wage.
Let me put it in another perspective. Say, like me, you're an individual who, for whatever reason, can't live in a big city.
Mm-hmm.
You know, already the Obama administration doesn't like you.
For not living in a city.
Yeah, because, see, if you live in a big city, then you won't pollute the environment with your car, see, because you'll be taking public transportation everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Living in government-subsidized housing, you know.
Yeah.
If you're not one of those nasty people that participates in gentrification, et cetera, et cetera. Look, those of you like me who are living outside, you know, a major city, you know, we're all just going to have to get with the program and, you know, head to a major city and just give up. If there's no work for you to get a decent wage around because of Obamacare,
right,
then you're just going to have to go to a big city where all that stuff is more readily available and get a job with down at City Hall or, at your, we'd really rather you not get a job at the county commission because that's like outside the major cities, and you
true.
really need to be living downtown like the government wants you to.
Look, your cities have ditches that need being dug.
There's leaves that need to be raked in the city parks.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's buttons that need to be pushed.
And actually, man, that puts a whole lot of crowding on the streets.
And look, it'd
just be better if you just move to the city, get into some government subsidized housing, and stay home.
And look,
because you can't really afford to go anywhere or anything, so you just need to get into those major cities and stay home. Quit consuming up a whole bunch of resources, except for food stamps and stuff.
And you've only the Republican Party to blame for this.
That's right, because they want to hurt you.
As a matter of fact, George Bush started it all. George W. Bush started all of this.
See, apparently, if George W. Bush could do it right now, he would stomp his way out of Crawford, Texas, and just come and kick you,
and
just to be kicking you.
And eat your babies,
at least,
and kill your parents. Most definitely,
only if he's hungry.
Oh no, yeah, only if he.
But he's good, definitely.
He's got grandmas lined up to push over cliffs.
Ted Cruz wants to walk right up out of Texas himself, and just go and just like beat your kids.
Well, the president's not one to go around spreading rumors, but he did hear Ted Cruz was the Antichrist.
He's
just saying.
I guess good old Jeff Sessions wants to go out of Alabama and just
hates children,
and obviously he hates immigrants because he's not really for this immigration bill. So he just must not like anybody doesn't look like him.
You can't forget that it's Republicans' fault that there was a shooting in the Navy Yard yesterday. You can't leave out the responsibility there because the president has been trying to get through some common sense gun control where no one can own one. Or if you can own one, he only wants your bullets.
And even the shooter himself was an Obama supporter. If it hadn't been for Republicans, he never would have done it.
That's right. He never would have done that. It's their fault, man. Look, David Frum, White House.
Oh yeah, I know David. I know who David Frum is. Sleazeball. I mean, sorry.
Look, he wouldn't lie. And he said yesterday, the Republicans got to be happy about this. It just goes to show, that anybody in this country can own a firearm and go on a shooting spree.
So
Republicans are rejoicing. He said
it was Republicans that decided that our military personnel shouldn't be armed on a military base. That was Republicans?
No, actually that was the Democrats that decided
see,
that.
if it was Democrats that decided
because they decided, remember, that the military were not responsible enough to, carry a weapon. Now, they're plenty responsible enough to carry one in a place like Iraq or Afghanistan, where if it goes off and shoots somebody, it's just an Afghani or an Iraqi, not really a person. Like an attacker or something.
Like the shooter, maybe?
Yeah. What if this shooter had survived and would have had a chance to bring a lawsuit?
Oh, that could be just catastrophic. I mean, dude, I look at this and I'm like, he killed 12 people. How many would he have got to if everybody on that base had been armed? Would he have even gone to that military base?
We brought that up, about what if the teachers had been armed at school, or what if they had allowed, concealed carry in the theater in Aurora. I mean, all those what ifs. They're not,
say at Fort Hood.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe
there's a lot of what ifs there, but the what is that thanks to progressive / liberal policies like no guns allowed on the premises and military not carrying arms on American soil, well, you see what happens. I mean, it's just food for thought. But speaking of food for thought, I do want to leave on a happy note. So here we go. BaconFreak.com. See, that's a happy note.
Bacon is meat candy.
Bacon is meat candy. And before we get out of here, we can't leave without bringing you the gourmet delight that is BaconFreak.com. They have every brand of gourmet bacon that matters in the world.
Bacon bits.
Man, look, when you can say that some bacon bits, just bacon bits, was some of the best bacon you ever ate in your life, you got a good product there.
Let me tell you, they're gourmet bacon bits that they send you with the maple bacon pancakes. That was some off-the-chain bacon bits, man. Because it wasn't some kind of bacon-like product. No, man. It was real bacon that they fried up, got it cooked real good, just to the right consistency, and then they crumbled it all up in their hand. They put it in that bag.
Dude, I want you to listen to some of the names of the bacon that you can find here at baconfreak.com. All right, you can get just your everyday average Boss Hog hickory smoked bacon,
right?
But under the Boss Hog brand, you can also get barbecue rubbed bacon, smoked maple bacon. You can get the Boss Hog no nitrite hickory smoked country bacon, pepper bacon. You can get apple bottom jeans plump rump herb bacon, or the plump rump cracked pepper garlic bacon, Bourbon Street Cajun bacon, Bourbon Street vanilla bourbon country bacon, Coastal Caliente chipotle bacon, jalapeno bacon, apple cinnamon bacon, applewood smoked bacon, butcher blocked hickory smoked pepper bacon, cinnamon sugar bacon. Now I
What are
could
you
go
trying
on
to do
like,
to me, man?
I could go on like Bubba Gump Shrimp Company with the amount of bacon that is on this one page.
So can we agree that if you're going to order some bacon over the internet,
BaconFreak.com.
there's one website that you should go to without fail, and that is baconfreak.com.
Everybody else is just playing around, man.
Because they don't understand the whole meat candiness.
No,
they just ain't got it, man. But the folks at baconfreak.com, they understand.
You know who else would understand like quality food
I do.
sold over the internet?
Oh, I do.
Who?
That's myfoodstorage.com, because they've got that freeze-dried food that is good for 25 years in its packaging. The packaging is stackable.
Oh, dude.
So you can stack these buckets up, and then you've got buckets to use and to sit on when you're done eating the food out of there.
Dude, they've got like emergency food kits. They've put them together for you. Like, all right, here's what I'm going to do. You just add
water.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to type in how many adults over 10 years. We're going to say 5 adults, right?
5 adults.
And we're going to calculate the food storage with a calculator here. All right. For 240 serving package, that's 2 servings per day per person for 24 days, or 3 servings a day per person for 16 days, all right?
Mm-hmm.
They've got it all put together for you. And listen to what you can get here with some of this stuff. All right, the page here is loading. Doobie-doobie-doo. Close that out. All right. You can get, it'll be, let's see here. All All right, 2 servings a day. That's 1 breakfast and